from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the BYU Cougars and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Cougars kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. So Texas offense will have the football first. And now we take a look at Nate Shepard. They believe that he is a gem, and they are excited to showcase him in this offense. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. And that's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
Snap to the back. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
They believe they can run right here. Got enough for the first. There's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Makes the grab. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So BYU's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's a guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. He'll try to get his senior season off on the right foot and become one of the top pass catchers in the land. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Bachmeyer. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Wants to return it. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. On the run, it Smothers. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Manning with a play fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. That's caught. It's Odom. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Might have a chance. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Here comes the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Makes it past the marker. He's loose. Touchdown, Texas! And what's he found open space. The band might as well start playing.
I'll tell you what, Palmer, offensive coordinators, they script these things, right? They get with you, and what do you like, what do you want to run? So far, the script is perfect. Like, everything going off as they wanted to. This is about as good a start for an offense as you can draw up.
And it's crazy, David, because when you have skilled players like they have on offense and guys that are so dangerous with the football in their hands, you almost feel as a play caller like anything I dial up is going to work. And you're seeing that early in this game. Balance, throwing, a beautiful run right there, everything working right now and going according to plan.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Casper. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
To throw, it's Bachmeier. Zings it complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
And man, you've got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught on the outside. It's Wingo. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense in a bunch formation. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. But guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the BYU sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running it to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Nakua. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cougars! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Turning it on. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Cougars sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Nice grab in traffic. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. And there he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Casper. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's Arch to throw. He's got his man across the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection, and they're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Pressure coming. Trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. Makes a deep grab.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Strong, firm tackle.
And Obviously, that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
To throw, Manning. Caught by Coleman. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scanning the field, it's Manning. On the left side, here's Coleman. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Hart's going to spin it again. Fires on the run. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Checking in with the BYU head coach at the half. They have got to consider what they should do here in the second half. Their young quarterback, getting the first start of his career, has struggled here in the first half. They have some decisions to make. I will keep you posted as to the conversations and what I'm seeing on the sideline about how they handle this young player moving forward. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. That's reeled in. It's Carney. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the 3rd play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seemed...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Took a shot as he threw.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going to take off. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He now has 84 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Could be an alley. Picks up the 1st down. Past the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. Rolling his way into the end zone. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Bringing it out. And the returner will be dragged down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rush is on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Running inside. It's Wood. Gets it across the 10 to pick up a 5 and out of trouble to the 12.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DB.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Under fire. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than...
He wants to take the top off. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
Here he comes out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Face mask.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Ready.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Under fire. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Wingo. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quickly to the tight end. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Texas offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just main.
Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. He has 89 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. There's some room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. I'll try to get things off on time after the delay of game. Now it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another Number 6 grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner goes down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Tight end now in motion. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to pound their way in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.